I remember it like it was yesterday. I had just finished work on a high-profile case, an ancient necklace stolen from a museum. Detective Milton Bennet does it again, the paper said. The thief remained unknown, but it was only a matter of time. It was storming that morning. The rain was coming down hard. I was just sitting down to enjoy my coffee when there was a knock on my door. If I'd known the trouble that was about to walk into my office, I wouldn't have answered it. Come in. May I, can I help you, miss?
Well, I certainly hope so. My name is Delaney Delancy, and I have a case to offer you, Detective.
She was a knockout, and no mistake. A gal like this walking in and offering me a case, that doesn't happen very often. Please, have a seat, Miss Delancy.
Thank you. It's not every day you get offered a seat by a top-notch detective.
You mentioned you had a case for me?
Yes. I got mugged yesterday on my way home from work, and my handbag was stolen.
Are you all right?
Oh yes, I'm perfectly fine. It's more the recovery of my handbag that concerns me.
Why didn't you tell me exactly what happened, Miss Delancy?
Oh please, Detective. Call me Delaney. I was on my way home from work, checking coats at the Royale. The weather had just started to turn. I took a shortcut through an alley. I thought I heard a noise and stopped to look around. And that's when it happened. A man appeared out of nowhere and tried to grab at me. He came at me again and I ran. I lost my bag while I ran, and when I went back to find it, it was gone. Normally I wouldn't care about a stolen handbag, but the contents of this one are very, very important to me.
Might I ask what's in the bag?
If you don't mind, I'd really like to keep that to myself.
I should have known then to just walk away, but I never could say no to a pretty girl.
So, Detective, what do you say? Interested in taking my case?
You know, doll, I could never say no to an unsolved mystery. I'll take the case. Just give me a day or two, and I'll have your handbag for you.
With the great Detective Bennet on the case, how can I be worried?
I had to take a look at the facts. Miss Delancy had given me almost everything, but parts of it weren't adding up. Who is the mugger? Why target Delaney? And what is it in the handbag she so desperately wants? I should have walked away. I should have let this case lie. Left it for some other bum to crack. But I didn't. I had to delve deeper. I had to investigate. Miss Delancy said she heard a noise, and then she was attacked. There were definite holes in Miss Delancy's story. I kept trying to fill them in. What if the mugger grabbed her and they struggled? She could have let go of the bag to get the mugger to release her and then ran, but that wouldn't account for the handbag not being in the alley when Miss Delancy returned. Come in.
Hey. Here's the final analysis of the crime scene where the necklace was found. Found a few hairs, some lipstick, and an empty bottle of perfume with the label ripped off. It's not too promising, but we're hoping to find the brand of the perfume. And then, maybe trace it back to the seller and track the thief that way.
Thanks, Newman. I'll look over this. Keep me informed.
Sure.
Hey, Newman.
Yeah, boss?
See what you can find for me on a Miss Delaney Delancy. She's a coat checker down at the Royale.
Anything particular you're looking for?
I'm not sure. Just find everything you can on her.
All right, will do.
Things weren't adding up all right, and more Miss Delancy was looking to me like someone who was hiding something. I had to visit the scene myself, rain or not, to see for certain. Something told me my next conversation with the beautiful Miss Delancy was not going to be a good one. It seemed like a perfectly normal alley, not a place you would expect a well-bred young woman to go. I heard a noise, but I couldn't place where it was coming from. I pulled out my gun, just to be prepared. Had I known what was going on in my office at the moment, I wouldn't have been so calm. It was a shadow, all right, but not of a man, of a laundry line. Hardly the terrifying mugger I was led to believe. It was at that moment that I remembered something curious. Before Miss Delancy left my office, she gave it one last look over, and her eyes, well, her eyes stopped at my desk, on the necklace. I've been played, all right, by a bona fide minx. Miss Delancy had steered me right where she wanted me, out of my office so she could take back the necklace. I needn't have bothered. Miss Delancy was a professional. The necklace and her would be long gone. Come in.
So we looked into the Delancey girl, and turns out there's no record of a Delaney Delancy having ever worked at the Royale. In fact, there's no record at all of a Delaney Delancy anywhere. I even made a call to the bureau. Sorry, boss.
It's a false name. Clever broad.
Boss?
Expand your search. Keep the name in inquiries. She might use it again. We're looking for a brown-eyed brunette, around 5'6", with a crooked smile. Look around outside the city as well. She may have gone to ground.
All right, sure thing. Oh, and the folks from the museum are here to pick up their necklace. I have them waiting in the conference room whenever you're ready. Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. Just tell them I'll be right there.
All right.
Thanks, Newman. Let's get that conversation over with. It's not going to be one they'll enjoy. I learned my lesson that day. And his note, well, it was true to form for Miss Delancy. Sorry it had to come to this.
To be this way, Detective Bennet. I really enjoyed our time together. I hope you'll forgive me leading you astray. A girl has to get paid, right? And the buyer I have lined up for the necklace is very enthusiastic. Goodbye, Detective Bennet. I hope we cross paths again. We could have a lot of fun together.
Delaney. Sealed with a kiss. We found the man she sold the necklace to, recovered it for the museum, and sent our buyer to jail. Still haven't found Miss Delaney. Every now and then, I'll come into my office in the morning. There'll be a little note sitting on my desk. It was the case that defined my career. It also introduced me to my greatest adversary, a woman both intoxicating and infuriating at the same time. If I'd known what kind of trouble I was going to walk through my door that day, I would have given the case to Newman.